teach the whole world music. To sing a simple melody. To sing about all the joys and good times. Yeah. You see, that's the way God meant for it to be. And if you don't like it, you don't have to sing. You don't have to sing my song. If you don't like it, you don't have to play. You don't have to play my song. If you don't like it, you don't have to sing. You don't have to sing my song. If you don't like it, you don't have to play my song. I'd love to sing a song for all the children. They are our future. Can you see? Take a little time out for the babies and teach them about love, hope, and prosperity. And if you don't like it, you don't have to sing my song. And if you don't like it, you don't have to play my song. If you don't like it, you don't have to sing my song. And if you don't like it, you don't have to play my song. If you don't like it, you don't have to sing my song. If you don't like it, you don't.
Shirley Polk. I am so happy that you're here with me today. That song was "I'd Love to Teach the Whole World Music" by the Polk Sisters and Company. It was written by my dear friend, Mr. Robert D. Horney. And I am so grateful because God has blessed us to uh, present that song to the world. It is such a wonderful, wonderful day. And I am just wonderful. Dear God, as I sit before you to speak, I pray to you that my soul you will keep. And if I should die before I finish, I pray to you, dear God, in the name of Jesus, that any outstanding sins will be forgiven. Amen. Today, our subject is when it seems hopeless, don't give up. When it seems hopeless, don't give up. And I ask you, I beg you, don't give up. When it feels hopeless, don't give up. There is hope all over the world. There is hope all over the world. There is help where you need help. So don't ever, ever give up. Help is here, not just on the way. Help is here for you. So I am going to go into it. I have very well mind, which you know I use quite often. And then I have a site here that I am using, and I don't know whether I've used this site before, but it's Calm, 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 Calm. So we're going to go here, and it's Calm blog.com, blog.calm.com. Okay, 10 ways to support yourself when feeling hopeless. This is a mental health uh, writing. It's clinically reviewed by Dr. Chris Mosunek. Mosunek. Okay? So, what causes hopelessness and how can you overcome it? Learn how to support yourself when you're feeling hopeless about the future with our 10 actionable steps. So, this is blog.com dot com. So, our points here would be what do we mean when we talk about feeling hopeless? Next, what causes feelings of hopelessness? Next, what to do when you're feeling hopeless, 10 ways to overcome hopelessness, and then feeling hopeless facts, okay? It's not easy. We know it. Have you ever felt hopeless? Have you ever felt hopeless? So, when it seems hopeless, don't give up. I want to stress that over and over again. There is hope. There is help, okay? So that hopelessness, we have to kick it out the window, okay? Rebuke it in the name of Jesus. It's not easy when life's challenges seem to come all at once. We all know that they can make you feel caught up in your emotions, and it's common to experience a sense of hopelessness. However, even during trying times, it can be possible to guide yourself toward hope. Even in and during trying times, it can be possible to guide yourself toward hope. Remember that, okay? We look at the causes of feeling hopelessness and hopeless and the actionable steps you can take to support yourself. To support yourself, okay? Remember, we talked about yesterday, no, was it Tuesday, about how to uh, feel good about yourself, how to support yourself, how to encourage yourself. So, what do we mean when we talk about feeling hopeless? Feeling hopeless is when you start to believe that things just won't get better no matter what. That's feeling hopeless, okay? When it seems like you've tried this, you've tried that over here, you've tried so many things, and it doesn't seem that it's going to get any better. So that's what hopelessness feels like. When you feel hopeless, you might stop looking forward to things you'd normally enjoy. The feeling of hopelessness can make it tough to get out of bed in the morning, enjoy time with your friends, or focus on work or hobbies. That hopelessness is something else. Hopelessness can happen to anyone. It's a common emotion that we all might face at different times in our lives. It's important to know that you're not alone if you're feeling this way. It's important to know that you're not alone if you're feeling this way, if you're feeling hopeless, okay? Now, what causes feelings of hopelessness? What causes feelings of hopelessness? Hopelessness can start after a distressing event or a sense of distressing events, okay? It can start after one event or it can start after a series of distressing events. External triggers can have a profound impact on our internal emotions, which in turn can affect all areas of our lives. And that is a fact. Just think about it. Think about it. Have you ever encountered someone who said, I just feel like there's no hope? I just feel hopeless. I don't feel that anything I do is going to work. Have you ever talked with someone like that? Have you ever known someone like that? Have you ever been like that? No matter what I do, nothing seems to work. So, life challenges. Sometimes our problems can cast a long shadow over our optimism, leading to feelings of hopelessness. Setbacks. Not all our plans turn out how we want. Setbacks can make our outlook feel bleak. Chronic stress. Stress, especially when persistent, can make it hard to envision a clear, positive future. Money problems. Finances are a common trigger for feelings of hopelessness, especially if we're worried about the possibility of not. Okay? If we're worried about the possibility of not, the worry of not making ends meet, which can threaten our very survival. You hear that? I like that, what that's saying, talking about the money problems. It says that finances are a common trigger for feelings of hopelessness, especially if we're worried about the possibility of not. And then it comes on to say the worry of not making ends meet, which can threaten our very survival. Then the next is depression. Depression and hopelessness often go hand in hand. Depression can significantly lower our ability to feel hopeful about the future. If you suspect that your feelings of hopelessness are related to depression, please, and I say it again, please seek professional support. It's very crucial, very important, okay? Love yourself, take care of yourself in every way. Loss is the next one. Losing a loved one, a job, or a cherished relationship can send shockwaves through our lives with sadness and grief leading to hopelessness. Health issues. Facing health challenges, especially chronic or severe conditions, can cause feelings of hopelessness, especially if the path to recovery is long and difficult. This is so good. Our next section here is what to do. What to do when you're feeling hopeless. 10 ways to overcome hopelessness. So when you're feeling hopeless, it can seem like there's no way out. But don't worry. There are simple, doable steps you can take to bring hope and happiness back into your life, even if it's the smallest hint of it. Okay? There is hope. Don't be dismayed any longer. Don't despair any longer. There is hope. So, tackling hopelessness might take some time, and that's okay. Just remember, if you're finding it hard to manage, reach out for help. Reach out for help. Please stop holding it in. Stop holding it in. There's someone. you can trust out here. And my number is 469 629 9543. I am a certified counselor. Number one, stay present. Practice focusing on what's happening now instead of worrying about the future. Mindfulness can help you deal with stress, with depression, and anxiety, and can enrich everyday life. So stay present, okay? Live in the now. Number two, name your feelings. Take the time to connect with and understand exactly what you're feeling. Try saying it out loud. I am feeling hopeless, and see if it helps. Recognizing and naming your emotions is the first step toward overcoming them. Okay? Naming your emotions is the first step toward overcoming them. And that is so true. So, one way to pinpoint and process your feelings is to use, and this site here, which is blog.com.com. Okay. They have here, they said one pinpoint and process a way to pinpoint and to process your feelings is to use their feelings journal and feelings wheel. And there's a link when you go to this site. Number three, lean into your friendships and support networks. Instead of withdrawing, lean more in, okay? Or if you're withdrawn, then reconnect, all right? This will help you. It will help. Lean into your friendship and support networks. Thank you so much for being here with me. We're talking about when feeling hopeless, don't give up, okay? Spending time with people who care about you can really help if you're feeling down. So while you might feel like you don't want to burden those you're close to, talking to friends and family can make a big difference in shifting your perspective. So this type of social connection is especially important if you're feeling lonely and isolated. Pick up the phone and make that call. Please pick up the phone and make that call. If you don't know anybody else to call, you can call me at 469 629 9543. Number four, practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. Now, if I don't pick up the first call, please leave a message. Please leave a message. And God willing, I will get back with you, okay? Number four, practice gratitude. We talk about this so often. It's difficult to feel grateful when you're feeling hopeless, but gratitude can be good for your mental health. Every day, write down the three things you're thankful for. These could be anything, even the small things in life. Don't ever think it's too small, and don't ever think it's too big. Write down three things you're thankful for, okay? That's practicing gratitude. So, developing a regular gratitude practice can be highly helpful for your mental health and overall well being. And so, look, they even have a guide here. They have a 7 days of gratitude series to get you going. And there's a link. All you have to do is click on that. That's all you have to do is click on that. A gratitude journal. Oh, yes. Now, number 5, shift your mental state with movement. Shift your mental state with movement. Movement can be really helpful when you're in a negative place. Consider moving your body to help clear your mind. Even a short walk every day can be beneficial. But move your body, okay? And look, Mel Ma's Nurture Yourself session, and there's a link to that too, is a gentle way to offer yourself support through movement. All right. Number 6, find a seed of hope in a new hobby. Learning new skills can really help freshen up your day to day. Try doing something new that you think you might enjoy. It could be painting, it could be cooking, or anything that makes you happy. Okay? Number 7, avoid unhelpful triggers. This is very crucial. All of these are crucial, but some are really, really more crucial than others, even though all of them are very important, okay? But this right here, avoid unhelpful triggers. Stay away from things or people that make you feel worse. You don't have to say yes to social gatherings or family gatherings that make you feel triggered. You also don't have to stay in any location or at any event that feels triggering. Your well being comes first. All right? Now, look here, boundaries. And you know, I talk about boundaries in almost every webcast. Boundaries. You must have boundaries. And they have a link here about boundaries. You need to set some boundaries with the people in your support system, and they have a session for you to listen to here. And all you have to do is click on this link at boundaries. Okay, and it's from their relationship and other series. Now, number 8, understand the why behind your feelings. Learn more about what makes you feel hopeless. It can also be helpful to research how others have overcome similar feelings, as knowing that you are not alone can make you feel more supported too. So remember, knowledge can be empowering. Okay? And you know, there's that saying, knowledge is power. That quote, knowledge is power. It is. 9, be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Talking negatively to or about yourself is unhelpful. And you know, if you go back to this past Tuesday, which was I think it's the 18th of February in 2025, you'll see where this was in the webcast too. Talking negatively. Be gentle with yourself. Talking negatively to or about yourself is unhelpful. Remember, having tough days, weeks, or years is okay. It's not a personality flaw. Be kind to yourself and take one step at a time toward feeling better. This is when developing or deepening self care practices can be especially important. And they have some links on here that when you do come to this site, which is blog.com.com, okay, you can click on those links and get that help. Number 10, Seek professional help. And you know, we stress this over and over and over again. Seek professional help. My number again is 469 629 9543. Oh, this is so good. Feeling hopeless facts. What is the root of feeling hopeless? Feeling hopeless can stem from various situations or emotions. It might be triggered by a challenging event, a series of setbacks, or ongoing issues like financial stress or health problems. Each person's experience is unique, so that leads to feelings of hopelessness. Okay, let me do it again. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're feeling hopeless, don't give up, okay? Each person's experience is unique. So, what leads to feelings of hopelessness can vary widely from person to person. Understanding the root cause, whether it's an external situation or an internal emotional struggle, can be helpful, and it can be a helpful step to finding ways to overcome this feeling. So, is hopelessness a form of depression? Good question. Hopelessness and depression are related, but they're not the same thing. Hopelessness can be a feeling or a temporary state of mind, while depression is a medical condition that can affect how you feel, how you think, and how you act over a longer period. However, persistent feelings of hopelessness can be a symptom of depression. It's important to talk to a healthcare professional if you're experiencing ongoing hopelessness, especially if it's interfering with your life or you have other symptoms of depression, okay? Now, what is the best way to not feel hopeless? What works in overcoming hopelessness can vary from person to person. So remember, you're not alone, but other people's feelings vary and their experiences vary. But yet you have this in common if you have this feeling of hopelessness. Not everybody is going to describe theirs the same way as yours, but remember you're experiencing it, and in some way you can support each other. But the major thing is to get some help. So, what's the best way not to feel hopeless? What works in overcoming hopelessness can vary, as I repeat, from person to person. However, some general steps include practicing mindfulness to stay present, connecting with supportive people, exploring new hobbies, exercising, and practicing gratitude. It's also crucial to seek professional help if you're finding it difficult to manage feelings of hopelessness on your own. You see, we keep stressing that. Get some help, okay? There's nothing wrong with seeking help when you need it. And as for us professionals, we are bound to privacy, okay? Your business stays with us, all right? Your business stays with us. So, what to do when you feel you have no future? Feeling like you have no future can be challenging and overwhelming. Talking about these feelings with someone you trust or a mental health professional can be helpful, very helpful, okay? So, seeking support and discussing your feelings is a powerful step toward finding hope again. Additionally, engaging in activities that provide a sense of purpose or achievement, learning new skills, and setting small, achievable goals can also help build a positive outlook toward the future. Calm your mind, change your life. This is a great article, and this is blog.com.com. Next, we're going to Very Well Mind. Very Well Mind. We're going there, and we will be finished for the day. Okay? If I can get this ad off here. Very Well Mind. What can help when you're feeling hopeless? And this is by Amy Morin, LCSW. It's updated November the 9th, 2023, and reviewed by David Sussman, PhD. So we're going to get into that when I get this excess off my page here. I hope your day is great. I hope, trust, and pray that your day is great, great, great. It's awesome to be here and have you here with me, whatever year it is, whatever day it is, whatever month it is, whenever. You are welcomed, welcomed, welcomed. And I am grateful, grateful, grateful because you are here with me. And right here, before we go off, dig off into our piece here, they have a chart here. It's 5 things to do when you're feeling hopeless. Understand thoughts do not equal reality. Consider the opposite. Talk to someone you trust. Weigh the pros and cons of hope. See a therapist. Okay. So, information in this article might be triggering to some people. So, be careful, okay, while you're listening. This is to help you, all right? Not to harm you and not to negatively trigger, but there's a possibility that something might be said that will remind you of something, but you can hold it together because I am here. I am here with you to support you, okay? I'm here. You are not alone. I am with you. Always know that. I am with you, okay? I am with you. Yes, I am. And I'm so glad that you are here with me. You are not alone. You are not alone. No, you're not. I'd like to teach the whole world music. My daughter sings the first part of that song. To sing a simple melody, to sing about all the joys and good times. That's the way God meant for it to be. And Robert he did those lyrics, wrote those lyrics, and it means so much. So just remember that, okay? We're teaching the whole world music to live, love, and enjoy life. And you are right here in the mix with us, okay? So if this anything triggers you in here, just hold it together, okay? Hold it together. And then you can message me. I will see your message. And if we have to stop and pray, if I have to stop and talk with you, with you personally through this webcast, I will do it, okay? And if you're watching after the live session, you can call 469 629 9543. Peace of Mind Counseling. All right. So I'm going to read this again. We're in very well mind.com. So some information in here might trigger some feelings, okay? But I'm here with you, okay? And there's a number, National Suicide Prevention Hotline 988. So we're serious about this, okay? You mean the world to us. You are very important to us. We love you. I know I do. So, if you're having suicidal thoughts, you can contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 988 for support and assistance from a trained counselor. If you or a loved one are in immediate danger, then you call 911. So then, for more mental health resources, there's a link here to the National Helpline database. So, hopelessness, by definition, is the belief that things are not going to get better or that you cannot succeed. So, whether you feel hopeless about your ability to get out of debt or you feel hopeless about almost everything in life, it is an awful feeling. Yes, it is. Feeling stuck in a place of hopelessness makes life really tough. Fortunately, there are some things you can do when you're feeling hopeless to make life a bit better, no matter how bad things might seem. Look up, look up and live, okay? Look up and live. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Consider, oh, listen to this. These are things to consider. Consider that your brain might be lying to you. Your brain might tell you that things are awful, that they're horrible and dreadful. It may try to convince you that you cannot succeed or tell you that there's no chance things are going to get better. And people have gone through this. Someone is going through this right now. Be just. Just because you think it doesn't mean it's true, okay? But just because you think it doesn't mean it's true, okay? Your thoughts may be distorted, inaccurate, or downright wrong. So just in case you think it doesn't mean that it's true, all right? Hopeless feelings fuel hopeless thoughts, and it's easy to get caught up in a negative cycle that makes it hard to see that things can get better. And we've heard of people who have just given up on life and have literally given their lives up and transitioned into eternity because they felt hopeless. You might even think things like, I've tried everything already and nothing works. But that's probably a cognitive distortion. You may have tried a few things or even 10 things, but you likely haven't tried everything. Okay? Likely haven't tried everything. And just because your mind tells you you've tried everything doesn't mean you've tried everything. Might be everything in your scope of thinking, but there's always someone else that can help you out, okay? So at least be open to the idea that the way you're thinking might not be accurate. There may be more hope than you imagine. Oh, yes. Argue the opposite. When you feel hopeless, you'll likely think about all the reasons why nothing will ever get better. So take a few minutes to argue the opposite, okay? What's the evidence that things might work out better than you expect? Or how might things actually get better? Thinking a bit about the potential positives can open you up to more possibilities. And while there's a chance that things might not turn out great, there's also a chance that they might not turn out as bad or stay as bad as you're anticipating. Oh, yes, arguing the opposite might just open your brain up to the idea that things may not be as gloomy as you're anticipating. Oh, this is so good. This is verywellmind.com. Now think about what you gain from feeling hopeless. Think about what you gain from feeling hopeless. Thank you for joining Point of View with Miss Shirley Polk. I welcome your comments. I really do. And my phone number is 469-629-9543. And as you can see, live, love, survive, and thrive 2025 and forever is my slogan, is my motto forever, okay? Think about what you gain from feeling hopeless. Thinking about what you gain from being hopeless sounds like a strange exercise on the surface. After all, you might be thinking, I don't gain anything. I don't want to feel this way. But upon a little more reflection, you might discover that feeling hopeless protects you from being disappointed. So if you don't expect anything good to happen, you don't have to worry about being disappointed if things go poorly. That is something. But that is a point, a valid point. So, being hopeless also might help you feel all right about not taking action. For example, if you're hopeless that you'll ever pay off your debt, you might not bother trying to increase your income by getting another job, or you might not manage your spending by creating a budget. So consider whether you might be gaining something or remaining hopeless. You might find it somehow protects you from creating change or doing anything differently. Next, consider what you could gain from developing hope. On the flip side, consider what you could gain if you become more hopeful. How might your life change? What would you be doing differently if you had hope? Then you might go ahead and start acting as if you were hopeful. How about that? For example, you might realize that if you had hope, you'd be going out and meeting new people, or you'd be applying for a new job. Go do those things, even if you are not hopeful, they'll work. Sometimes you have to change your behavior first, and the feelings might follow. So if you act hopeful, you might start to virtually or eventually feel more hopeful. How about that? If you act hopeful, you might start to eventually feel more hopeful. I like that. Next, engage in problem solving. There is always something you can do to solve a problem or to change how you feel about the problem. Spend some time thinking about a potential solution or potential solutions depending on whether it's one, two, three problems, however many, okay? Spend some time thinking about potential solutions to the problem. Brainstorm ideas and keep them in mind. You don't even necessarily need good ideas. So just see if you can come up with as many strategies as you can to address a problem. If you can't solve the problem, like in the case of a loved one's illness, consider how to change how you feel about the problem. Could spending time with your family members help you feel a little better? Might you feel a little more hopeful if you took a mental health day from the workplace? There's always something you can do to make things a little better or to help yourself feel a little better. Next, talk to a trusted friend or family member. Isn't it almost in everything we talk about? Yes. So when you're struggling to identify possible solutions or you are having a hard time getting unstuck, reach out to a trusted friend or family member. Tell them what you're experiencing. They might be able to help you see things from a different perspective, or they may offer strategies that can help you feel better. And how many times have we heard people say, well, I didn't know she was feeling like that. She never said anything. I didn't know he was thinking that. It's all after the fact, okay? So talk to someone, all right? Talk to someone. It can be hard to tell people what you're going through. However, telling someone could be key to helping you gain a little more hope about your situation. Next, develop a plan. And they even have a link in here on how to talk to a friend about your depression. How about that? So develop a plan. After you've developed ideas by yourself and or with someone else, create a plan. Decide what steps you're going to take first. Keep in mind that if a plan A doesn't work, you can always have a plan B. So think of your plan as an experiment, and your job is to run as many experiments as you can until you discover what works. Next, take action. Once you have a plan in place, it's important to take action. After all, you likely won't gain hope about your situation by sitting still. Instead, you'll gain more hope when you start putting yourself out there and start seeing what you can do. Next, 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 seek professional help. Hopelessness can be a symptom of a mental health issue like depression. Remember, it said that hopelessness and depression have similarities, but they are different, okay? So if your feelings of hopelessness last more than 2 weeks, or you're concerned about your mental health, talk to someone, please, okay? A mental health professional can assess your needs and discuss your treatment options like talk therapy or medication. Most mental health issues are very treatable. Treatment can help you feel more hopeful about the future. Stressed here is get help now. We've tried, tested, and written unbiased reviews of the best online therapy programs, including Talkspace, BetterHelp, and Regain. RE, capital GAIN. So find out which option is the best for you. And that's very well mine, plugging them, okay? A word from very well, very well. Remember, just because things feel hopeless doesn't mean that they are. With a little help from someone else or a slightly different perspective, you might discover that things can get better. Oh, yes, they can. And Amy Morin, LCSW, is a psychotherapist and international best-selling author. Her books including 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do has been translated into more than 40 languages. Her TEDx talk, The Secret of Becoming Mentally Strong, is one of the most viewed talks of all time. All time. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with me today. You know I appreciate you. I love you, and I want whoever is out here and needs some help. I've given you places to go. I've given you my phone number, which is 469-629-9543. 469-629-9543. Peace of Mind Counseling, okay? All right, thank you. I love you so much. And remember Saturday with lectures beginning at 8 a.m., the Center for African American Church History and Research Incorporated, which is founded and directed by Glenda Williams Goodson, will be in session. The 16th annual conference is in session, God willing, on Saturday at the Ideal Family Church, which is pastored by Bishop Ray Campbell at 1000 East Redbird Lane here in Dallas, Texas, 75241. 16th annual conference, and you don't want to miss it. I just really don't believe you really want to miss it. It is a wonderful conference. This year's speaker at the luncheon, which is all inclusive, okay, is the Bishop, General Board member of the Church of God in Christ, Linwood Dillard, okay? And we also have Superintendent Charles Beard, and we have two others, Dr. Hill, and we have another speaker. Let me get this information, get this flyer here. Dr. Charles Hill and Dr. Ovell Hamilton. They will be lecturing also, and the lecture start at 8 a.m. and officially starts this conference is at 9 a.m. But you want to get there for the 8 a.m. lectures, please do. And there are subscriptions, and you can go to Glenda Goodson's website And you can also go to her Facebook page, and also on my Facebook page, I have the information. The subscriptions for children, $50. For general seating, seating is $75, and for premier seating is $100. You want to come to this, so I invite you to be there with us, God willing, on Saturday, beginning at 8 a.m. And please remember, my daughter has just released her first children's book, Big Trouble, and talking about uh, girl genius. That's her. Let me get to this page here and talk about my daughter and her girl genius. Hmm. I don't know why this song. Oh, I guess that was from the beginning on YouTube. Let me see. I have a message here. Let me see what this message is. I don't want to miss anything here. So I want to get to here and go down here, and so I can talk about my daughter's book. Let me see. I'm getting it, going there to get this. Let me see if I can pull it up. So much when you try to get to your main page. Okay, let me try to get to my main page here. Two or three other pages come up before I can get to it. Okay, let me get down here to her book. Okay, and you'll see on my page, I said, my favorite daughter, I'm one proud mother, and I am. And there's a link here on my page also, and it's big trouble. Okay, and it's talking about his uh, notes from a girl genius, and I have read. She read a chapter to me, and I read the first chapter. It is super. I'm telling you, it is a super awesome book. So please get that book for my daughter. I love you so much. You can go to Amazon, Kindle, and she said Amazon is Kindle. So you can go there and order your book, okay? I love you so much. Please enjoy the remainder of your day, night, evening, afternoon, whichever it is for you. And always know that I love you so much, and I really appreciate you for being here with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please join me Saturday at 7:39 p.m. Sunday at 7 a.m. And the Mother's Board is coming back on board very soon. I love you.